Hi, Bree and Nicole. This is Les. Okay, let's try this. I think I finally figured out how to do the camera, so here we go. Let's give it a try. Okay, so we're going to try to, I will show you how to do a cool eye. This is a manga eye animation, anime eye, and they're really fun to do. So here is like a sample of one that I did with my art student, Catherine. I was showing her. This is a cute little blue one. And then here was kind of what to do with it. We just wanted to concentrate on the eyes, not having to worry about the nose, the mouth, and making a real face. So really, we can do with what you want, you know, after we get done with the eye. I was thinking make it into a flower, which is kind of cool, but here's kind of a cool one too that has a little more yellow in it. And then here is the other main one too. Kind of looks like a little bit of a potato, just some little crazy creature. And so then decided to do just one closed eye too. So that's the issue, to get the two eyes equal. So let's not stress ourselves out. We'll just start with one and work from there. And here's a cute little brown one too. And then that was the start of one. Okay, so I sent you the list of all the supplies you need, so let's get started. Okay, so first off we're going to draw the eye, and you want to draw kind of big because you want to be able to get the painting and the coloring in it. So, and basically the shape is, every eye is different, so just have fun with whatever shape comes and you can practice. So let's just start drawing here. So we're going to draw the top of an eye, and we want kind of a nice round eye. So just kind of, and when you're drawing, you don't draw like really hard like this, because then if you erase, you have the marks there and it kind of wrecks your picture. So always when you're drawing, always do like little light strokes to kind of form it, because you can always erase, but it's easier to erase than if they're lighter. So here's kind of the top of an eye, and then do the bottom of an eye, make it nice and roundish. And we don't want to connect here at the corners. We kind of want to leave that open for what we'll do later on. Okay, so you can see I'm just doing little strokes back and forth. Okay, then we're going to do the eye itself. So all the color part. So we're going to start kind of forming, starting from the top. This eye is going to be kind of, well, it's going to be looking straight. And so we're not drawing the whole circle because part of the circle goes underneath the lid, but we'll just kind of try to get it as rounded as possible. And doing little, I just got a little too far. Erase and kind of fix it. Okay, then we're going to do the pupil, and so we're going to kind of follow the same shape as what we're going. So kind of keep the same rounded, giving enough room that we can have some pretty color there, and then just form it into a circle. Okay, there we have our eye. No, I've got that nasty there, but that's okay. All right, so now you want to take a light brown color. Hopefully you have a dark brown and a light brown in your watercolor pencils, and this is a watercolor pencil, so these are really fun, so I think you're going to enjoy these. Okay, so we're going to go over these lines with the watercolor pencil. First we're just going to go lightly. I'm just going to kind of go over it lightly, because we're kind of in, like, I'm almost kind of coloring back and forth, kind of shading it. And then I'm going to do the bottom too. Shade it nicely. And then I'm going to start getting a little darker. So I'm pressing a little darker. I don't want to just go one big line. We want to, kind of make it with drawing. I guess you just want more of a gentle, feathery line. And then I'm kind of making it darker and darker, kind of in, not total, but like in certain places. And then down here too, a little bit more. And then darken it up a bit. Now this eye is going to be on this side, like a nose would be here. So then I'm going to kind of make the more shading, the darker on this side, and later right here. And then we can actually do a little bit of shading. See, I'm very lightly just pulling out a little bit of this brown shade color more towards the outside of the eye, and doing a little bit here too. Okay, I just realized I didn't put a little eyebrow, so we'll just do like a one line eyebrow, this little creature, whatever it's going to be. Okay, and then here we're going to go do a little more shading on this eye too, around the outer edge. Kind of a cool color here. And then a little bit in here too, just to kind of get some depth going to it. You can kind of see already it feels like a little more real. If you just had drawn line, 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 it'd be real cartoony. We want this to kind of be semi-cartoony, but kind of realistic. And by doing this shading, it is pulling that in. And then we'll do the eyebrow. Darker, darker here. And then shade it through. And so now as we're doing this, maybe what you should do is probably stop the tape each time. Like after we drew it, I should have said this beforehand. I'll say it in my note. Like draw it first, see what I do, draw it first, watch it again if you need to, and do it step by step. Because yeah, there's no way you can be doing this as I'm doing it. So watch it first, try it, come back, look again, and do it kind of step by step. So this would be kind of almost the second step, doing the brown line. Good for me to know, because maybe I'll do more of these and put them on YouTube. Okay, and you can kind of actually blend it a little bit too, just kind of go over and blend it out. Okay, so there is the next step. Okay, so now what we want to do is start coloring our eye. So I'm going to do green eyes this time. So first off, using your white barrel Prismacolor, these are great because this is a real color pencil. This is not a watercolor one. As you can kind of see here, maybe I'll bring this eye here so we can kind of see it. You can kind of see how it's real kind of light here and almost watery, which is kind of cool, and that's what this is going to be able to do for us. So I'm just going to go and color the white in kind of a little circular, just kind of in the middle, kind of giving it dark. You can't see it now, but it's going to show through later. Okay, that's with the white, and now you should have two shades of green, a lighter one and a little darker one. So first off, with the lighter one, we're going to color very lightly. So we're just going to color gently, lightly, trying not to get too much lines in it. You want to try to get it a smooth color and kind of following the form. And feel free to kind of move your picture around too, because I know for me, I color better in one direction, so I kind of keep turning and turning. So you'll find the direction that you color best in too, which will give it a nice, and you can go into the inner pupil a little bit too. And then we've got to remember this is circular, so you kind of feel as if you're coloring like a ball, like the roundness. You just don't go straight across because it's going to look straight flat. We're trying to get the feel of it. When I draw, I actually can feel it as I'm drawing, and you seem like a really good drawer already, so I think you might have that feeling that when I draw in color, I actually feel like I'm doing the round circle, the turns and things. So it's kind of, it's helpful to get the sense of, where the stroke should be. So kind of come through here, and you can kind of see how I'm going, not just straight up and down, I'm kind of following the shape of the eye, how I kind of feel it. And that's okay if you get some lines in there too, that'll be interesting. Okay, so after we've got pretty much one coat of the light green, now I'm going to start to deepen it. So as you can see with this eye here, it's more shaded on the top and more light on the bottom. So we're going to start I'm pressing a little harder now, and I'm kind of going back and forth and making it darker on the top here. But but then I don't want like a real distinct line where it goes dark and all of a sudden it's light. So as you're getting to the end here, then you lighten up a little bit more. So you can see how it's going darker, darker, and how it blends in to be lighter down here. And this side too, let's get it darker. But then as I get farther down here, I'm not going to press this hard and make it lighter so it blends in. I do a little more darker on the bottom, then blend it out. A little more darker on this side. And then I'm going to go over my brown line here, kind of making that more darker too, kind of turning that into more of a green brown of the eye. I can go up here too, and I'll make that darker. You can just see how it's popping out.